Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round two, round Australia, also known as Albert Park. This evening, the league on question, it is PRL, which is the Premier Racing League, and in the co-commentators box this evening, next to me, we have my Irish counterpart. How are we doing, senor? I'm good. I'm not too bad. Not too bad at all. Anything exciting you're looking forward to this evening at all? In the Red Bull. Wonderful. So all these drivers are obviously relatively new to yourself. However, I have absolutely no idea. Nothing, no expectations from me. So anybody crashing out, I'm not going to hold you accountable or anything like that. It will just be a laugh for this week, and then once I've kind of gauged you all, that's when the magnifying glass comes out. Exactly. Indeed. So I was in a practice session with the likes of Mr. Cookie. Mr. Cookie seemed to have the cookie jar in the car with him at the time because he had some serious time going around Australia quickly in the practice session. But as I say, it's just one driver on the grid of the 19 here this evening. So it is a great turnout for the second round in Premier Racing League. There is, and there is also the common factor which people actually forget is that Albert Park is actually classed as a street circuit. So predominantly street circuits can cause lots of carnage. Carnage leads to safety cars. Safety cars obviously have led to drama. But yeah, lots of fun for the viewers. For the drivers though, I've seen multiple races ruined from safety cars, so it's just going to be one of those races. The weather, Rona, looks quite bleak in Australia this evening, I would say. And it rains. Yeah. Yeah, obviously with us, with the unknown kind of majority of the grid, with the true pace of them all, what I would expect, is if it is dry, maybe some people looking to set the dry times. With that wet setup, though, obviously one of the lacking things in the commentary side of things is obviously we actually can't see what the weather is going to be like for the race later on, which obviously the drivers can. Something they could probably implement into the next game, but we'll have to see, obviously. But from the looks of it, it does look a rather bleak session this evening. Saying no cars out on track yet, Ronan, which is quite a surprise. Normally somebody's out straight on track trying to get the screen time. We've got a comment from Rick VE17. Hello, hope you boys have fun. I'm sure we will, mate. Yeah, I think we've got. Is it a Red Bull Ferrari? Sorry, Simon's coming out. I just wonder who's the first one. I think it's Mal Threats is the first one out of the box in the Haas this evening. Yeah, riding on board with these drivers, Ronan. It does look very, very bleak out here. Right, do you know how to fix it? We'll sort it out now, Horse. So if you press the middle button and go onto your party, there should be a mic, and it's basically just allowing you to share your mic when you're in party chat. Right, and then there should be a microphone. Right, 1 second, guys, when the stream's gonna. Yeah, and then you should be able to change it to allow voice, or there's some form of setting that changes it. I haven't done mine for so long. Can you post that in? Red arrows, LFR, orange. It should be. Anyone else alright back on the stream now? Can we hear Ronan still? Ronan, do you want to just do a little bit of just talking just to see if people can hear you? Just had a little bit of a wiggle from Alfred, so invalidating just midway through sector 2 there. At least we've got 15 minutes to sort the stream out. Unfortunately, no, still can't hear you, unfortunately. So 1 second, guys. Oh, it's not that button, it's this button. So if you go on it, so if you press is it your broadcast? Yeah, you go broadcast, then you click on the middle bit, and it'll say mute or unmute microphone. Have you got it? I think he's searching it up now. Hawes is searching up now, I'm pretty sure. Looking now, we've got a lot of the drivers now crossing the line, setting the times. Magico, obviously in the comments, was picked to be one of the front runners this evening in the Red Bull, ironically enough. Wonder if there's an underlying Max Verstappen personality going on here. Stinky Pinky across the line, setting a 119.
That's it.
Have you got it?
Yeah,
Pause if you're watching. Can we confirm that we can hear Ronan now?
I've got it. Hello. He's heard me for the first time now. I've been talking now for the past
doing that
10 minutes.
For the whole stream, just being like me talking to a wall.
Imagine.
Oh, madness.
Hello, I am Ronan. I'm alive. I'm a real person.
Yeah, my Irish counterpart, I wasn't lying. He's not a leprechaun.
Liam is not a schizophrenic, so it's okay.
Not yet, anyway. Not yet.
Right now.
Right on board. Back on with Mal. Threats his second attempt at that after invalidating his first 118.8. Obviously, those tyres having an extra lap of wear in them and maybe just not as much ERS as what you'd like to have had due to that invalidation. We've got Bergen setting a rather slow 126. Must have been some form of spin possibly involved there. Nice.
He seems to be on the mediums.
Yeah, he is. Maybe just running some feeler laps.
Yeah. Getting some feedback maybe from the car. I'm not really 100% sure what the reasoning is for that, but
I think Jeff sent him out on a recce.
Yeah.
But there's just one Ferrari this evening, the one car which is free, empty Ferrari in the pit box. That is Simon, the Barca fan. Still just over half the grid, not invalidating. Oh, we're just riding aboard with Chaz Ryder there. Chaz just losing it through that very promiscuous corner just at the start of the DRS zone there. It is so easy to lose the back end. Clipping any form of curve there does cause you to fly off like that, but he's done very well not to DNF. Maybe a little bit of wing damage possibly, but it is going to require another pit for Chaz.
A lot of drivers now just coming into the pits after doing their initial lap.
Yeah, so Windu is in, just the Red Bull at the back. It'll be Chaz coming around. Who's behind Chaz? It's a Mercedes, so it'll be Trust Pool. Who's behind Trust Pool is
on his out lap, is he? No. It looks like he's doing a quick lap.
Sky Lone Wolf. He's trying to figure out. Oh, Chaz is coming into the pits. Trust Pool's actually invalidated, but he's on an out lap. Sorry. Just looking at this Aston Martin. Hazard. So Hazard will be next round. Simon right behind him. And then I believe we'll have Sky Lone Wolf behind them two also. See what sort of time Hazard manages to put down. Hopefully a more impressive time than what the Belgium team did at the World Cup. Flopped at the first stage. Hope we've got no Belgians here this evening. But Hazard, DRS on down the straight now, and it's going to be a 1:18.9. It's good enough for 8th place, but Barca fan Simon pipped him P6, which has pushed Hazard back down to P9 now. There is a Mercedes and an Aston Martin popping round, so it will be... It's a Belgian free zone. I have nothing against the Belgians, to be fair. They make great beer. That's about it. Strikers, I disagree though.
Great
Quite
beer,
shit.
great chocolate, just bad football, unfortunately.
Yeah.
El Madrigo is now starting his fast lap. Let's see how he can do.
Yeah, have a look at El Magico now. Ooh.
That was
Cuts
close.
that very finely across the turn 1 there.
He did indeed.
But as we all know, F1, it's a game of margins.
The Ferrari, bit deep into that corner.
El Magico now down to 5th, keeping the revs nice and high, up into 6th
Missed
now.
that apex again. Oh, eyes into the pits. Very good.
7th, 8th now. It's a very, very dangerous part of the track around here, Albert Park, I find. He tends to get lots of drivers.
Of cars.
Yeah, lots of cars cramping up on each other, especially around here. And he's cut that corner. I was going to say aggressively, but the computer's not penalised him, so I can't really say aggressively if it's within the boundaries.
It was a very fine margin.
And Trust Paul has binned it. After going to stonking P3, he's binned it just at the start of Sector 2, I believe.
That's
and
so
we're down to 18.
That.
It's a good time though, it's a good time, so it could keep him in contention for that top part of the grid, but El Magico pushes him out of the podium spots by a 10th and 200th.
But so far, Thomas MUFC 5/10 ahead of everyone else. That's unbelievable.
That's under the radar.
Yeah, he's 5/10 ahead of everyone.
He's come out, he's set the time, and he's gone back in the pits, and I've not even realised. Yeah. Thomas, you're a Man United fan, as am I apologise.
In a league of his own at the moment.
Yeah, much like United, I suppose.
Can someone top that time? That is the question. 8 minutes to go.
Yeah. So the track will get a little bit more rubber down on it, so it will be interesting to see. We've got Sky, Lone Wolf into the pits. Alfa Romeo of Nellis is coming round. I think he's on an in-lap as well.
I think Swindu's getting slowed down a bit there by the Red Bull.
He's not. Nellis is coming to try and improve his time. What's it going to be? It must be up if he's come down the pit straight from Sector 3. What's it going to be? It is faster, and Nellis... Still no one cracking those 117s, bar Thomas in the Haas though. But a very nice time nonetheless from the Alfa Romeo driver. Now we've got a big pack of cars coming up the pit straight. Set times, I believe it's an Alpine. I hate so many fucking blue cars, man.
Yeah.
I think everyone's coming into the pits.
Crazy. And there's the Alfa Romeo coming through. What time will he get? Oh,
so Windu. Yeah, 1:18.1, less than a 10th from his teammate, so the Alfa Romeo is already quite a prominent force in PRL, it appears, especially around Albert Park anyway. But riding on board with Bergen, the medium tyre runner, getting his feel out earlier, now onto the soft tyres, seeing what he can, sort of time he can produce.
Oh, the Williams spins it! Ah!
Oh.
Right into the wall.
Which one?
It's Chaz. Chaz, he spent it.
That's again.
Oh.
Chaz's second time.
Come on,
that's
Chaz.
That's
his front
turn
wing's gone.
2. Turn 2 for Chaz. He's going to have to fly around the track now to get back into the pits, repair that wing, get out, set another lap, hopefully. Trust Paul still. Going. Oh, and just slyly, we've got Mr. Cookie with a 1:17.7, breaking the 1:18s. Paul, I think Trust Paul said he was he touched the Williams, he was looking elsewhere.
Oh,
eyes in front, unless there was that Croatian bird from the World Cup on track, no excuses. But Cookie now, I expect him to be round into the pits. Yeah, I think he's actually running low on fuel now.
He'll have another go surely, he's awful close. There's the Aston Martin up to P9, Hazard.
Yeah.
1:18.5, it's not a respectable time. In the top 10.
In a point scoring position, obviously his teammate Jimmy Jags down in P19. Not where he wants to be.
He'll leave another go surely.
Yeah, Bergen's improved as well, that's soft tyre. 1:19.1 now. But very, very close, just between P3 and 5. It's almost a tenth exactly separating 3 cars.
Oh, it is indeed.
And then when you start looking at Barca fan, 11 to kind of 13, again less than a tenth between the next 3 cars behind them.
Well, there really isn't much. That between 11th and 15th, there really isn't much in it at all. There's only a tenth between the 5 of them.
No, there really isn't. It's riding on board with RJ Blair now. Some descendant of Tony Blair possibly, across the line to start his fast lap. PRL on fully now, sweeping round turn 1 into turn 2. Doesn't want to get on the power too soon or he will lose it where Chaz lost it. Into 8th gear now, sliding it down into the 3rd gear for corner 3 and does it lovely there. Doesn't want to hit that curb. And again, does he go full through here? He doesn't. He lifts off. The cojones have shrunk a little bit for the McLaren, but he does take that corner quite nicely there. Now down into sector 2. Wonder what sort of time it is going to be for the McLaren. Stinky Pinky's teammate. Feels like Blair might have to do some work here for his team. What's he going to be for sector 2? He is just a tenth faster. That 10th isn't going to be enough to put him up into P9 though. He's going to have to improve through sector 3 to put some pressure on the Aston Martin.
Just to add, the Haas of Mal, he hit the wall there on the first straight, just as he was coming out of turn 2. Very unfortunate, he just clipped it a wee bit and it ruined his lap entirely, so I'm not sure if he's damaged or not. I'd say probably a little bit, but very unfortunate for him just to hit the wall right on sort of his fast lap.
For him. Oh, and Blair does, he finds that extra tenth. Blair obviously might be watching the stream, finds that extra tenth under my command and manages to take P9 from Hazard and put Hazard back into the last point scoring position on the grid. Who's coming across now? It looks like a lot of the drivers are going to be flying out now. We'll try to keep it on top of who's coming across the line. The Ferrari, Simon's starting a lap. Who's behind Simon? It's Nellis. Sir Windu, sorry. Sir Windu's actually on a hot lap at the moment. Oh, guys! Commentators curse Sir Windu, I'm so sorry.
That is desperate. Oh my god.
That is desperate. He's not strong with this one.
Nope.
Lost on the exit of DRS there.
He is very lucky there. He didn't lose his car altogether. Incredibly lucky.
Oh, and what was Sir Windu doing there? He's forced Blair off the track.
The stewards will have to have a look at that one, I think.
Absolute no reason.
Most
what
definitely.
He was doing there. But back to racing now. I say it's
lost his cool entirely there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Magico's coming around the back end of sector 3 now. And Sir Deadman. The Deadman into P3 now. 1:17.84. It's a great time from the Mercedes driver. Now comes El Magico.
The Alfa Romeo lost it in sector 3. Second last corner. He's lost it. Front wing is gone.
Oh, El Magico
straight back into the pits.
El Magico improves by 2.5 tenths but it's just 1/100th of a second too slow in order to knock Sir Deadman out of P3. Nellis is a retirement in the pits. Sir Window, I imagine, will do exactly the same. I imagine that'll be the time for the session done now. Can't see. It's MNZ and Mal Threats. Wonder if they will be able to get round in time. 45 seconds remain.
Sir Deadman as well.
Well, I'm not sure about MNZ.
No, he's not on the fast lap. He is on a slow lap, letting them past. Very good.
Yeah.
Yep, this will be Sir Deadman's last lap.
Yeah,
He'll just make it across in time.
Board with Mal Threats. I think he might be one of the last. I think he's left it too late, you know. 15 seconds remain. 2 corners in the straight. Has he left it too late to make an improvement on his P14 time? 10 seconds left now. Mal Threats coming up the straight round the last corner now. DRS on. 5 seconds remain. Is he going to be across the line? I think he's already done it, to be fair. And he's... Oh! Mal just by the skin of his teeth manages to get across the line to start a qualifying lap.
That?
Oh, milliseconds, Ronan, I'm telling you. He timed that to perfection now. Mal has the stream watching him, no pressure. Wants to remain composed, but has an Aston Martin ahead of him of... Is it Jimmy Jags? No, it's not. It's Hazard. Also on a time. And Mal Threats is only 6,000ths of a second faster. Not
Thomas
much improvement.
MUFC as well. But coming through the last corner here, will he improve? That is... Oh, he spun out the last corner! No! I can't believe it!
It's Haas
I
teammate.
cannot believe it.
Been down the last corner.
Retired from the... on the track. He's... Oh, God, he's blocking that back straight there. Oh, he's hit another car! Someone's hit him.
I think there might be some penalties included here. Round comes his Haas teammate. It looks like a Ferrari maybe of Simon.
Ferrari hit him. Oh.
It is. Mal's going to come round now to round off the qualifying session. Is that perfectly timed exit going to pay dividends now for Mal across the line? So 118.2, good enough for P9 for Mal. He'll be happy with that. His Haas teammate though, Thomas, no real need to improve on his P1 time. I believe we'll just wait for the animation of Chaz to finish in the pits. And that'll be it, Ronan, for this qualifying session.
That was an exciting qualifying. Now, to say Thomas stopped on track and the Ferrari hit him. He was in the middle of the track. The Ferrari came, didn't see him, couldn't do anything, hit him side on. I'm not really sure what the stewards are going to say about that one, but
so detrimental as well. Simon down in P15 might have just been looking to improve as well at the last. That's so unfortunate there. But the grid, Ronan, I'll allow you to do a rundown for us.
So P1 in the Haas, we've got Thomas. P2, Mr. Cookie. P3, Sir Deadman in the Mercedes. P4, we've got El Magico in the Red Bull. P5, we've got Sky. P6, Nalis. P7, Windu. P8, Trustpool. We've got P9 in the Haas, Mal. P10, Chaz. P11, RJ in the McLaren. P12, we've got Hazard, the Norwegian. P13, BRD, Calvin. P14, we have Bergen. P15. Oh, well, I've run out.
Yeah.
I was trying to go so fast. I couldn't read fast enough to get it all done.
The tip is, I watched. They do it in F1 races. Is what they do is they do like 1 from 2 from 3 from 4 from 5. So they do like Trustpool from Sir Deadman from Magico from. I just forget the numbers sometimes.
Yeah. Damn. That's tough. So many. An
exhilarating qualifying session nonetheless. Anything to expect? I mean, it seemed that there was some dodgy driving in qualifying, to say the least.
Yeah, lots of interesting manoeuvres, lots of spins. So I expect to see a few spins in the race too.
Most certainly.
As well, very likely you'll see some safety cars, maybe.
What is the safety car set to on this league? It's one thing. Is it standard, reduced?
That is an excellent question. I guess we'll have to see.
Because I am unsure.
Oh, have we? Yeah,
No, it's formation lap, don't worry.
I forgot they do the formation laps. Let's see, in the F1 Pro Esports League, they don't have a formation lap, so I was like, oh yeah, no. I forgot about that.
I was always in my other league, Red Arrows. They're always really delayed. So like we'll be watching it and we'll watch them. And the red lights are out, and then the car stays stationary for like 3 seconds. We're like, what's everyone doing? And it's like, no, the lights actually haven't gone out yet.
It'll be interesting to see now what people's strategies are for this race. I see it's all mediums, all hards. Nobody's taking the risk on the softs, I don't think.
No one's gone super aggressive from the start, which is kind of nice to see.
Yeah.
But my kind of extensive knowledge around Albert Park, a lot of the people on the mediums, there is only a prediction of around 6 laps difference tyre life, between the hards and the mediums. The mediums expect them to come in around 16, maybe even a bit earlier if they're trying for an undercut possibly. And then the hards are roughly around about a 22 lap kind of lifespan. So if you're on the hards, look at the majority of them to switch to the softs at the end. It is possible to do a medium soft around here, but you are going to be suffering severe loss of tyre grip round kind of the last back end of 3, 4, 5 laps on your mediums.
So definitely important to look after the tyres then around this track.
100%.
First car now lining up, Thomas in P1, getting to a starting position now.
Same as a 13 lap life expectancy on the game. I'm calling bullshit, EA Codemasters.
I agree. Sir Deadman, and he's the first person on the hards. He's really trying to warm up those tyres as much as he can.
Yeah.
He is putting them to work. So
looking at the back of the pack. Just waiting for them all to slot into the grids now. The Aston Martin, Jimmy Jags, Stinky Pinky.
Taking his time. Oh, that's a... Oh, there you go, he's lined up there now. Happy days.
Yeah, well, this camera angle for the start is awful. So we're
yeah, it's in the back, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's do it again. It's lagged out. Yeah, and Thomas has got a good start. But Thomas has got a great start. He's miles ahead of the rest of the pack, and it's Sir Deadman who's making a move round the outside of Circle Key. And
Mercedes is out the wide. Oh!
Is he going to have to cede the position back? You'd think he has. El Magico's capitalised and gone into P3. And we're almost looking at 3 cars now. Sir Deadman and Winder going side by side. Sir Deadman not making the best of starts on those hards. Sir Windu, Mal as well. Blair dropping down the pack. Just trying to be so careful. So, and there's been a collision. Yeah, Blair's just lost it, and he's also tapped the Ferrari as well. There's going to be damage. Oh, and a Williams. Chaz flying down the inside as well. Some ludicrous driving this evening around lap 1 around Albert Park.
Unbelievable. Yeah, Thomas currently dominating the lead at the moment.
Oh, and it's happened. Simon and fucking Chaz. Jimmy Jags from behind. Perfect view. Oh.
Brilliant. Keep going. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, wonderfully done there. Oh, and Jimmy's tapping the back of Simon, letting him know he's there. They're going side by side now.
Here. Oh, almost into the back of the Williams. Oh,
and this
made contact again.
There's just contact all over the wheels. God, just side by side. Oh, there's Jimmy Jags round off the gravel. Round in sector 3. Watch out, everyone. Bergen's lost him. Not lost him, sorry. Bergen's gone round. Round him, sorry. Not gone round. Oh, and there's 2 people in the pits.
Very close to his teammate.
Simon and Blair.
Very close to his teammate.
In the pits. Blair's got 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, Nels almost lost it there in the turn 2. Oh my goodness, he just held that together.
But that's going to bring pressure on from Mal. Mal sending it down the inside of turn 3 now.
Brilliant, fantastic overtake there. Well done.
And that's P6 for the Haas driver now. Wow.
Sky very close behind as well.
Let us catch a breath now. MNZ already got 3 seconds. Nellis winning very wide as well there in the Alfa Romeo. But Ronan, I don't want to speak too soon because there's a yellow flag. But we've got 19 drivers still with a lap gone.
It looks like the AlphaTauri is going very, very slowly. BRD Calvin.
Yeah. Calvin's had a bit of a spin there. Piers is
very slow. And Simon is just all over the place, cutting corners left, right and centre. Oh my goodness. He just missed that entire corner.
The connection on Simon. is not great. Look at, it's making me feel sick. 5 seconds is obviously from the pit lane speed. Looking up and down the grid. Oh, is that? Oh, we've got BRD Calvin with a reset to track there. We've just witnessed very quickly a loss of wing. The league owner Jay Hall's obviously spectating as well. I'm not sure if that is allowed.
He is all over the place. All over the place. This man, I don't know whether he had a few beers before coming onto this here race.
Oh,
but,
we've got Bergen round, is it? No. We had somebody else round there. I think.
Is that Williams, is it?
Mal threats, he's lost his wing. That'll be Mal into the pits. After capitalising on a last gasp second qualifying lap, he's going to have to let Bergen through, which he does. Which is great racing from Mal. Unfortunate, obviously, to see his car damaged, but the great race etiquette and awareness to let people behind him through. That's what we like to see in all leagues across the board. Looking now, there is going to be a bit of a DRS train behind one of the Alfa Romeos, behind Nellis in P6,
yeah.
So it's a long
6
battle
or 7.
Down to 11 pretty much.
Yeah.
12, sorry. Sticky Fingers behind him also. Stinky Pinky, sorry. Sticky Finger, Stinky Pinky. It's all the same thing.
Pretty much.
By those 6 cars, there's about 3 seconds to separate them all, so it's nice to see some really great racing in the midfield. Thomas is pretty much walking away with it, that gap extending by a couple of tenths every half a lap or so, I would say. 2 seconds remains the gap between him and Mr. Cookie in P1 and 2. But from the start now, we've had a bit. Oh, and Stinky Pinky sending up the inside, riding those curbs. But Chaz is going to fight him.
Here. I think they make it on the move here, up the inside.
Oh,
will he make it stick? Bit of contact.
Just side pod contact.
I'm unsure now. More contact.
Yep, and there's contact which is span Chaz round now.
Yeah. Oh.
Should have been maybe a little bit more space given. Not too sure.
That's hard to know there. They were both going really, really hard at it there, so.
Well, Stinky's got a 3 second. Oh, we've got an Alfa Romeo. That's Sky. That's just binned it. No wheel damage, thank God. Round in sector 2. I'm not too sure. He's managed to spin it to the left-hand side and put it in the wall there. I'm not too sure. But, well, I said when we had a break in racing, we've now got Jimmy Jags riding the rear of Chaz.
Screwed that up there big time.
Yeah, Jimmy just
he's under the gravel.
Jimmy not caring. Looking up and down the pack now, it is Sir Windu is actually closing in on Sir Deadman. The 2 hard compound tyres runners who, off the bat, I would say I was expecting them to get swamped from the start, giving them the 2 hard compound tyres, mediums pretty much all up and down the grid around them. But Nellis not managing to make any inroads on his teammate so far on the slower compound. We'll see how this pans
getting
out.
Very close to Nellis as well. Oh, he's right on his back wheels there. He's very, very close. Oh, and he spun out! Nellis has spun out!
Yeah, Nellis actually spun, and I think Hazard clipped him ever so slightly and just forced to spin ever more.
Back onto the track he goes in P12. Oh, that is so unfortunate. He was running so well there too in P6. That's so unfortunate.
But that now left the gap for Hazard. Now the issue is that it's going to open Hazard to an attack from the rear from all these drivers now. All this DRS train is going to be catching him essentially the head of the snake, unless he can catch Hazard in P6 by half a tenth or so around these last few corners.
Windu as well, catching Sir Deadman as well on the Mercedes.
Chaz is out! We've got Chaz out! Where's this? This is in the DRS activation zone where we saw Chaz lose it in qualifying.
Has he spun?
Only 10 minutes ago. We're going to hopefully riding on board with Blair, who's going to come up to the incident now and reveal exactly how Chaz has lost it.
Got a few in the pits here now.
But there it is, on the right-hand side, exactly as we thought. Chaz just getting the power down too soon. Round this sweeping right-hander, obviously maybe clip the curb on that curb and maybe just span it into the wall.
That's so unfortunate.
And that's Chaz's evening.
Yeah, F's in the chat right now for per Chaz.
Yeah.
Mate, that is an F. So unfortunate that there. Safety car.
But safety car is going to shrink that pack back up now. As we said, what this could do is the tyre runners who are running, the people who are running the medium tyres, top 3, you know, they could be looking at possibly stretching it out. Maybe 2 or 3 laps under the safety car. That kind of extends those, you know, say 15 laps on the mediums, puts it to 17. It's only a 29 lap race. Get a couple more laps out of it and you're well into the medium to soft kind of range. But Ronan, what a race. Finally some time to breathe.
I know, it's been unbelievable. It's hard to keep up with everything. It's crazy.
Sometimes you just need more than 2 pairs of eyes, don't you?
I know. I need 5 screens in front of me to keep up with what's happening.
I think we might have to stream in fucking Curry's or something next time and just hook it up to all the TVs or something.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So, Jimmy Jag's now just the furthest driver back. So he was one of the drivers that pitted, looking up and down the grid for the people who might have just joined us or unaware of things that have happened up and down the grid. Everyone down from P10 now, Ronan, has at least stopped once. So, Sir Deadman, could he be looking at going 23 laps on that medium compound tyre and take him to the end?
I can't see him. I can't see them doing all 23 laps, but
can you just go check in the race director and see if he was on hards before? Because I don't know whether he was on mediums or not prior to the pit, and he might have just gone double mediums.
We'll see here. Let me see race director.
Because if he's gone hard to mediums, it could definitely be.
He went from. Wait, where are we at? Hard to medium, indeed.
Yeah, so he could be looking at going all the way to the end on those medium tyres. It's something to keep an eye on.
Considering he started in P3, I mean,
I would
will he
say
be able to get back up to there?
He's got provisional lead. Once his safety car restarts, the front 10 have to pit. The back 10 don't. So he essentially has provisional lead of this race. However, if that stop, you know, if the tyres aren't holding on to the end, the likes of Hazard, Dulgarakis, T-Dug, we'll call him T-Dug in the Red Bull. Yeah. He could obviously have provisional pole also as well, between him and Hazard fighting that out once the safety car comes in. But you don't know, obviously Thomas, the front kind of free, they've got really, really good raw pace we've seen. So it's just going to be interesting to see what sort of restart Thomas gets. Is he the sort of driver, do you reckon, that waits till all cars are kind of on the pit straight and then goes, or does he go a couple corners early?
If I were him, I would go a corner or 2 early. That's in my opinion anyway. I would definitely go a couple. No.
I like to go.
Who knows?
I like to go through the exit of the second to last corner, so I'd be slowing it right down here, and then just on the exit of this corner he's coming up to now, just go, and people don't even realise, and you're gone. Yeah,
that's because it's so slow. You see it coming around, then you can just put the power on instantly, then you're just away like the wind.
He's keeping him waiting behind him. See, now if he leaves it to go now,
slow here.
He doesn't have any advantage on the car behind him, but then again also it allows him not to have a slip up in a corner. But Hazard and T-Dug, Hazard's had a really poor start. Hazard and Jimmy Jag's teammates fighting. Oh, and it's contact down into turn 1. That's Jimmy Jag's round in turn 1. Jimmy Jag, I don't really know how aggressive.
There.
And Bergen's out as well. Bergen's out after turn 2. I wonder if there's been some form of contact there. Spanner Williams out. 8 laps gone. 17 remains, sorry.
They're dead man up 2 places at the moment, although he's a second behind Nellis now. Losing time.
Another yellow flag. What is that? Trustpol might have been caught up in that. We've got Jay Blair going side by side with Wolf and getting that position relatively easy, with no fight at all from the Alpine behind. Comes up to the rear of Simon Hazard. Oh, and Hazard's got a much better exit through that corner there. Taking the position from Mal. He's going to fight it though.
Side by side here. Oh, better exit out. Will he dive down? Leaves a wee bit of space for him.
They're leaving space, and that's really nice driving, gentlemen. Nice to see.
Great overtake there.
Yeah, Mal manages to take that position back from Hazard.
Sir Deadman very close now behind Nellis, 3/10. Losing it though in the straight a little bit. Starting to bunch up a wee bit now, up P6, 7 and 8.
Yeah, definitely. I say those two hard tyres, the runners. Let's have a look. Sorry, Windu and MNZ. Sorry, they're still running relatively sound in 3 and 4, and the hards still having not stopped. Does it put them in some form of detriment though, having not stopped being on the hard tyres?
Oh, big spin! Big spin! The Haas and the Aston Martin spun out.
Are they going side by side, fighting each other possibly?
Oh, Mal and Hazard now back in the track, P14, P15 after that big spin. Ah, so unfortunate.
Nellis making a move on the Stinky Pinky. MNZ off in the distance. Deadman on the back of these two now. Looking like he's going to sit behind Stinky Pinky for this corner. Doesn't want to force anything too soon, the Mercedes driver. Having a relatively good race. Will be wanting to obviously regain those positions, but looking up and down the grid, we've got Stinky Pinky, who's actually looking like he's going to concede the position round the outside.
Ooh.
From Sir Deadman. Look at the exit speed, and that is the move done for the Mercedes driver. As I was saying, well, Stinky Pinky's now gained 10, but he did have 11. MNZ's got 11 places off
on
the
the
start
grass.
as well.
Stinky Pinky on the grass. Way off track limits there. Losing lots of time there to Sir Deadman. He's way ahead here, but Sir Deadman needs to think about that. His tyre degradation. How long can he keep this up?
Doesn't want to be sitting behind.
He needs to get ahead of him straight away.
Yeah.
So as soon as he possibly can on this.
He's got their exit. Look at that exit. He's going to go for it now. He doesn't want to spin though. Like I said, this is the issue round Albert Park. It's such high speed. People twitching uncontrollably. It can be so dangerous. I don't think he's backing off. Oh. Yeah, that's nice to see. He's going to think better and have the DRS to assault him from the rear. Here he goes, looking to take that position on lap 10 and thinks better of it.
Oh, he was very close there.
Yeah, like I said, he needs to make this move
Stinky
fast.
Pinky. Oh, very close.
Tito!
Lots of contact. Oh, yeah. Both off onto the gravel.
Just a lack of awareness from the drivers there. And is that Stinky Pinky in the wall? It is Stinky Pinky in the wall, I'm afraid.
He's lost his front wing.
But Stinky Pinky's connection doesn't seem to be the greatest in the world. And Deadman's
back onto the track.
Deadman's managed to make that move on the pit straight up into P6 now on Nellis, allowing him to chase down NMZ.
Mr. Cookie slowly gaining on Thomas there, almost within DRS range.
T-Dub making absolute inroads with Simon and RJ Blair fighting it. Oh, and MNZ is out. He spun it in turn 4, is it? Just on the exit of turn 4. That's another safety car, ladies and gentlemen. The likes of Calvin, Stinky Pinky, Hazard, Trustpol, Mal, Jimmy Jags, all will be singing praises now.
Who will be busting into the pits?
I think we've got
busting into the pits now.
I think we've got to see the likes of, given the tyres that they're on. Let's have a look. I don't know.
Thomas and the mediums.
You want to be on the mediums to the end now. This suits Deadman to a T. If all the drivers come in ahead of him, which they essentially should because they haven't stopped, it could.
P1 into the pits, straight in.
Yeah, 2's in as well. So is El Magico. Sir Windu's also going to follow him in P4. Sir Deadman, what's he going to do? He's thinking about. He's round.
Nope.
Sir Deadman's taking the lead of this race.
He made his decision, but was it the right decision?
We'll see. I say the safety car will yet again have extended the life of those tyres, maybe a good couple of laps possibly. So we'll see. It's definitely within region, but the only issue is all the cars behind him are going to be on those fresher tyres. So that
is the problem.
And the issue is that Thomas has come out in P3. So the old runner is going to be I mean, the tyres, he's going to be on hard tyres, Thomas, now. I would be looking... Sir Windu, he's on the mediums. He could be one to look out for. Obviously, minus 3-second penalty, obviously. Being on the mediums to the end, I would presume. But can we see another safety car, Ronan? Do we see it?
Given what's happened so far in this race, I can imagine there'll be another safety car very soon after this one.
There's been contact up and down the grid. To say with the amount of times we've screamed contact. There's only 3 people been DNF so far.
Luckily, extreme luck.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm surprised.
We've got an issue now, Margaret in house. That hopefully isn't going to bug the lobby too much. I hope. Fingers crossed it doesn't desync.
We don't want any restarts or anything like that there. This has been an excellent race so far. So.
Oh, excellent. I think qualifying was absolutely excellent.
Yeah.
Definitely want to go back and watch for all drivers concerned. But 12 laps in, about 13 gone once this safety car crosses the line. We've got Sir Deadman in P1 now after pitting up 2 places. But T Doug, quick shout out for T Doug in the Red Bull, up 15 places, started P17 on the grid, currently resides in a podium place in P2. Has stopped, is on the hard compound tyre, and is in very good contention for the lead of this race, Ronan.
How he's gone from P17 to P2 is absolutely unbelievable. Like, that's
incredible. Strategy must have worked out somehow for him, but he's just ran his race wonderfully.
All credit to him. Like,
currently resides in P2. Hats off to the gentleman or woman or they, him, pronoun. I don't know. Get in trouble, fucking penguins. But I say up and down the grid, there's no kind of pairings of teammates really. All the teammates kind of spread apart, so there's not going to be any. We've got currently Jimmy Jags and Malthreats inside each other.
I say that.
Inside of you. I don't know if
I think Jimmy Jags might be like
desync
or something.
Simon's got 5-second penalty for hitting Nellis.
Did he hit Nellis?
I'm not sure. I was too busy looking at Jimmy Jags and Mal having intercourse.
I didn't. I didn't see him hit.
No, this is my issue. I mean, I personally have never really actually managed to get a 5-second penalty because nobody needs to be relatively close to anyone.
No.
Do you know what I think they've got it on? Look at how close they're all following each other. If they got it on,
that's right.
if they got it on broadcast.
I'm unsure. That's. They have extremely close.
Jay Hawes isn't watching anymore. It's just because it was so close and like people were like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is incredibly close.
I think it's desynced. I think it's desynced.
Yeah. Look at the distance between 2 and 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a massive distance. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's Thomas is lagging about. Oh my God, this man is.
I think we need to sort this
currently.
out. I'm just gonna message Jay now. We are back under.
It's all gone. I think his PS5 has crashed.
I think it's decent. There's
yeah,
AI cars. There's AI. Yeah, it's desynced because the cars are AI. When you go up to them, they're AI.
His PlayStation has crashed.
We'll have. We can't.
We have to send him an invite.
I can't. It says can't invite players because the game group is closed. I've had this before. The lobby's been desynced. I'll need him to. Can you invite him to the party?
I will. Yes, I will invite him.
It's round about Sir Windu. Sir Windu's just sent it down the inside of 2 cars. and managed to stick it on one of them. There's just... I don't understand. I'm not too sure what's gone on. It seems like everyone's AI because they're not driving like cars. Do you know what I mean?
He's in the party now.
Oh, is there? Oh.
Alright, lads.
I think it's all desynced, mate.
Yeah, it seems like that.
So it is.
We'd have to start a new lobby, and do.
I don't know if it's desynced for you, just you guys, or because people are still getting like 3-second penalties and stuff. And people are racing. I don't know.
I was seeing that. I don't know, but there's lots of.
It seems they've improved a bit now.
Yeah, but I can't tell it. People seem to be driving really cleanly, which means it must be AI.
Yeah.
That safety car, is it on broadcast?
No, it's not, because the first one was fine.
That safety car looked ridiculously like AI.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but people are... Yeah, I mean, there's gaps and stuff, so it must be back to normal now.
It seems to me like it's sorted itself out. But there's massive gaps now between everyone. Like there's massive.
Yeah,
Jesus
from
Christ.
a safety car, there's 9 seconds between first and second,
Yeah.
and there's 7 between 4 and 5.
How Thomas got in first is beyond me.
No idea. Absolutely no idea. I imagine they're probably still racing, otherwise they'd all be in saying
Yeah.
everything's crashed. So it's just us watching watching a pretty dodgy race. Sorry about this, lads.
No, it's alright.
No worries. Yeah. All good.
What a game! What a game we have here.
But
Yeah. Sick.
it just looked like look at T-Dug. T-Dug's racing AI. I think there's a lot of people that have desynced, and some people are still racing. Because look at Thomas is pulling out 3 seconds a lap on Deadman. No way.
Yeah, but no one's. I mean, no one's come into the chat saying
T-Dug's acceleration looks ridiculously AI, and the driving looks AI as well.
apparently Deadman's first for everyone else.
Yeah, so it's desynced.
Yeah, but only for us.
Oh.
But Deadman's not.
I think
Well-
so for everyone. So for everyone who's racing, they're normal. They can see everything normally. But for us, I think we're watching some alternate reality race.
Yeah.
What do we do then? I think someone from the race who's racing now
He's gonna have to send us an invite.
should take a screenshot, and we'll do a 25% from the grid that was set from prior to the desync.
You reckon? Yeah.
I think that's the only way. We'll go back on the stream. I've got one of my mates to do it already. I've got one of my mates to go back on the stream from before you left, from before the desync, and got the grid from there.
Yeah. Let me say.
I'll send it to you if you want, and then. Because the only alternative is just let them race, and then we'll just stop the stream, and they'll just have to send us the race results, because we can't commentate on a
Yeah, an AI race.
desynced screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably prefer to just let them race.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, and we can commentate over it. I mean, are we still streaming now? Can people hear me on the stream?
Yeah.
I think we just this is when you need like Sky Sports live updates, don't you? So we could work out what's happening or something like that.
Yeah.
Indeed.
How did you guys? I was watching and it was chaotic.
Carnage.
Literally,
carnage.
just it was a complete mess all over the place.
Yeah.
And qualifying was nice and chilled out apart from the end, and then don't know
Qualifying was bad.
what got into
There was some questionable movements from drivers. There was people resetting track and stuff, which I don't know if you allow.
we don't know, but
yeah.
a bit hard to police in the race. Crazy. But no, you guys did the best thing about this race was you guys. You've done amazing. I really appreciate it.
I don't know about that, but cheers.
No, you did really good, really good.
So is Deadman still leading the race?
Mate, you know as much as I do. Are we still seeing people get penalties?
Who's Ren? Because in the chat,
Henson. Yeah, I don't know how he knows what's going on. He's not in the lobby.
Maybe he's a driver that DNF'd.
No, he didn't. He was. He's meant to be racing, but he couldn't make it today.
Oh.
Because that gap between Thomas
he's got the
and
inside
T-Dub
track.
is just a fucking joke. Either not Oscar Pistorius. What's the fucking geezer? What? Oscar Piastri.
I was gonna say.
Either Oscar Piastri's at that wheel, or like he needs to be in a different league. He's just.
Yeah, he's insane. Although I don't think he's actually that far ahead. I think Deadman is still in first place.
This game's
But
broken.
I mean, before he was really quick.
It's all this changed. Hazard's first now, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Hazard's first. What?
Yeah.
He's 12th in mine.
He's first for mine.
He's 12th on the street.
What? Right.
It's just changed.
Lord,
I'm watching
Lord
him.
have mercy.
He's what? Like,
People are still getting time penalties and all.
Apparently people could be in different lobbies. Gee, this game is a mess.
Simon's
Fix your
retired.
game, please. Yeah, I
Please,
beg.
man. Barca fans retired.
Yeah.
I
I mean, it's your league. I'll do whatever you want to do. If you want to carry.
I'd rather let me send in a little message to the because if they're all racing, they're not going to be watching their phone. So it's going to be quite hard. And if they think nothing's wrong, it's going to be quite hard to get them back in a different lobby. So I'll put a message out and say, what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. What's to do commentary like teletext?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's like trying to watch a fucking football game on Paddy Power or something. Watching the updates.
This is interesting. This isn't how I thought it would go, to be honest.
Oh wait, no, whoa.
And now I've got Thomas.
Hazard's jumped up to second, and Al Magico's first now.
It says to me that Sky's Lone Wolf is first.
What the fuck?
It all switched and it's all messed up now.
It just
Do you know,
switched
this is the best racing we've had all day.
It says that Thomas is 1,000th of a second behind Hazard, and he's not. He's almost 3/4 of a lap.
So yeah, we got Thomas, who was Jesus, yeah. What a game! What a game!
What a race!
Yeah, no one's replying. So I can only imagine that they're just racing away.
Yeah. Who knows what's happening?
They're having a better time than we are, and I wouldn't want to. If I wouldn't want to cancel it, and if someone's doing well, then they get put back or whatever.
Yeah, that would be a pain.
But just a pain for us.
What can you do?
Yeah, Jimmy seems to think they're all in the. I don't know how he's typed that because he's racing.
Magico's gone down to 7th, and Hazard is first now.
I've got Thomas back up to second.
Right, no. Thomas is first now.
It's all
Thomas is first.
No.
He is
El
first.
Magico, Sir Windu now first. Oh, there's grid changes all over the place, short boys. What
This
the
is quality
fuck?
racing.
Everyone stop now. Everyone go on to Nellis. Everyone stop. Everyone's slowing down.
Yeah.
So who's at the front of this pack now?
I think it looks like a Mercedes, is it?
It
I have
is,
no
so-
idea.
Yeah, it's
So
a
is-
Mercedes. Yeah.
it's-
An AI Mercedes.
So it's Deadman. Deadman is one of the people decent. Tag
But
Deadman.
Deadman, in the real reality, Deadman's leading the race.
But is he though?
I don't know. We don't know.
But
It's
this
going to be
is-
a real surprise for us when the
This is
real
the thing
results
though,
come
because
out.
if he was leading, what if he wasn't leading the race? The game's decent
Yellow
and just
flag,
bump the times
water.
up for everyone. In
Yeah.
sector, in the third corner, and there's no one there yet. Red Bull's just coming up to it now. It's
Yeah.
just gone green.
This is quality. This is really
Excellent racing here.
This is excellent racing. Well, look, everyone's keeping it on our screen. The thing is, if people can't hear the commentary and they don't know what's going on, they think this is the cleanest league in the world.
Yeah.
Beautiful
hear the
racing,
commentary,
single
though.
file, same pace. What more could you want?
Now, this is doing my head in. There's just new people every time across the line.
It's quite trippy, actually. I'm now Mr. Cookie's leading.
No, T-Dog's leading.
Yeah, T-Dog's leading for me too.
And we've got, I'm riding on board with Sir Deadman behind 2 AI, like he's AI and then his teammates AI.
Oh, it's all messing up again.
Oh, wait, yeah, how's that? Yeah, oh, he's in the course. Oh, and Sir Deadman sends it long.
Beautiful racing from the 2 teammates, that was fantastic.
And that one overtake has put Deadman up 3 places and Trustpole down 2.
I think we make the whole league like this, don't we? We desync every lobby and just see what happens.
Yeah.
I have not seen anything that you're saying. I didn't see that at all.
What are you on? Because you're watching something completely different, aren't you?
Yeah. This is entirely different for me. Like,
this is great.
I'm sitting watching the stream now.
I'm watching. Watch T-Dog. Watch his acceleration.
It's like
through corners.
It's beautifully AI.
Look how smooth it is! That's how we know it's spin, boys.
Jesus.
Oh no, actually, because he's down to 10th, so he's doing something wrong.
Is
oh no, he's leading again now.
He was just leading. How's that happened?
He's leading again now.
Oh, he's leading again. Jeez.
He's back in first to me too.
All over the place. What a move that must have been. 10 places. And now the stream's crashed for me. This is all going quality. Yeah, no, he's back in first. There we go. Now we've got BRD Calvin, who's 1 minute and 31 seconds behind 11th.
I've got 1 minute and 7.
Who is in turn 24 seconds out of 10th.
Jimmy Jags is 1 minute and 18. Oh, never mind. He just moved up the second. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Just forget I said that.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Well done, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm watching Mr. Cookie beautifully follow around T-Dog at almost exactly the same pace. I've never seen anything like this. This is a new one for me.
Yeah.
And just us as well. I don't know why it's desynced us. Because I've been hosting lobbies before and either my PS5 has crashed or something. It's been absolutely fine. For some reason today. Got Jimmy Jacks with a 3-second time penalty.
We got about fucking 3/4 of the grid for 3 seconds time penalty.
Yeah.
Mr. Cookie back up the first.
Like figuring out this grid wasn't going to be hard enough. Everyone's got penalties pretty much as well, so it's all just fucking up in the air anyway. BRD Calvin's got 9 seconds in 1 minute and 11 behind the pack, but he could be first and 25 seconds ahead of everyone, so I don't know.
It's a real yeah, everyone get your bets in now as to what's going to happen at the end. We might as well turn this into like money making. Anyone in the comments want to place money on who's going to be first?
If it ends and people get like shoved up and down the grid and it ends and it's just like up in the air and people are complaining about finishing positions or whatever, I've got the desync photo, so we can, if needs be, we can always just do like a 10-lap sprint.
Yeah. I imagine.
I mean, it desyncs lap 12, I think.
Was it desync lap 12? Jesus.
Yeah. So it's a good over half the race.
Yeah.
I think they're all in the same lobby, but if it
we'll
turns out that they're all in different
we'll wait
lobbies,
to the end, and we'll just have to do it.
We've only got 4 laps to fill, so it's fine. This has been chaotic.
Madness. I feel like I'm in the Matrix. Like I should have taken the blue pill.
It is a bit confusing, isn't it? It's like being on the worst drugs ever.
There's worse drugs.
There must be like a level.
I thought
there must be a level.
I'm sure you could. Like, I'm sure heroin's not good, but I'm sure if you were to take it in moderacy, might be all right.
No, but some people might be like, I prefer cocaine over heroin, and you'd be like, okay, heroin's a worse drug.
Yeah.
And this is we've got a lot of kids in this league, so we should not be talking about drugs.
I mean, they shouldn't be up this late. They shouldn't be up this late regardless on a school night. So.
True. That's a good point actually. Maybe we need an age limit. Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids, please.
Yeah. Oh, and Thomas has just gone in. Looking for the third car, makes it a hat trick. He is Messi. Oh no, he's not. He's Messi. He's Mbappe, isn't he? Mbappe's got a hat trick.
We've got Mr. Cookie slowly closing in on the leader. His AI is doing a fantastic job. Could be a big fight for the lead.
The thing is, I know the grid I'm looking at makes no sense.
No, we're probably missing a really good race.
I think we are, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go back. The race will finish and we'll have 4 cars finished.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's best we didn't watch that. But Thomas has just gone through another
Is there
car.
anybody's stream that you can watch that you've got that knows that stream?
Not that they've posted. Let me have a look. Yeah, I imagine I imagine they're all in the same race because no one's come on the chat and gone, this is an absolute mess.
Well, if they all think they're in the same race.
Oh, but if they're all in different lobbies, then I think they'd be... You know when you're racing against AI. Right, I've got Mal Threats' stream up. And he's in 9th currently.
Mal Threats, right. He's 8th.
Mal Threats is in 9th. We've got Nels in 7th, I know that for sure. Sir Deadman in 10th.
Oh, in 7th.
And Trust Pool in 11th.
Trust Pool in 10th.
And it looks like we've got actually a really good fight for the lead between Mr. Cookie and Thomas.
Well, Thomas is in 4th for me.
There's some BBC radio commentary here.
This is fantastic, yeah. And we've got the 2 Red Bulls nose to tail, and an Alfa Romeo behind them, and that's all I know.
Oh, Thomas is into 3rd now. Oh, T-Dog's just lost, had a 3-second penalty. He's leading.
We've got Jimmy Jags in 12th in the real thing, and 12th on our stream.
No, Jimmy Jags is 11th.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's 12th on mine. No, he's not anymore, never mind. He's 14th now.
He's last. I know he's 11th now. He's gone back to 11th.
Yeah.
He's lost 3 places and gone back straight away.
Now my stream's crashed again. This is mental, mate. Yeah, sorry about this, lads. It's a pain that's happened to only you.
Oh no, that's no big deal. Like, it's not to you.
If it's only happened to us, then as long as they got the race off, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people are in for a shock when they come back and watch the stream. We've got Val Threats has just come into the pits, chucking a set of soft tyres. And it looks like there's no safety cars and it's been beautifully clean racing, so we missed all the good bits.
So basically, when there's not commentary, they can race clean though?
Maybe it might be your guys' fault.
We're scaring them with our shouting. and they're spinning off.
You guys did have some serious commentator curse in the first few laps as well.
Yeah.
It was quite impressive.
That was rough.
Yeah, poor guys. I mean, in the next round they're going to be purposefully like making sure they're not on stream.
If they just like pretend it doesn't exist.
Hiding away. Yeah, there's not much. I am currently working it out through the mini map. Looks like we've got a.
How does that work? Joe. What's your actual name?
Joe.
Joe, I'm sorry, Joe, that's so much easier.
Let me have a look.
How does that look, Joe?
That looks beautiful.
I was just messing around whilst
that's absolutely beautiful, mate.
I still use yours.
Let's set a fastest lap.
Was he?
Yes.
Yeah. Come on, RJ. I'm trying to work out where he is on.
He's last on my screen.
Was he last?
I'm on the stream too, I think he's last.
Yeah, he's been lapped in the real thing.
Oh.
I think we're going to get a Mr. Cookie win. Is it the last lap? It is. Mr. Cookie win, then Thomas, and then the 2 Red Bulls, it looks like.
Well, where's Thomas?
Thomas is second on the real thing, but he's leading.
How?
Leading in the real race.
I'm so confused.
It's too late for this, isn't it?
It has Thomas first, T-Dog second with 6 seconds, Cookie third, Windu fourth with 9 seconds, and Cookie with 3 seconds.
I think that's kind of right.
Oh, Calvin just crashed.
Oh, again.
Oh.
Joe needs to clean his PlayStation. Get all the dust out of it, but it starts crashing.
So, Thomas is first, Cookie second. Magico third. Doug fourth. Hazard fifth. I don't know if this is sorting the desync out for us now. Or what.
I don't know, like it's really hard to know who actually won this race.
Because it's lining up like what people said. Thomas first, Cookie second, Magico third, T-Dug fourth, Nellis fifth, Hazard sixth, Deadman seventh, Sky eighth, Windu ninth, Mal 10th, and then we've still got Trust Paul and Jimmy Jags across the line. And then I've got RJ Blair in 13th, I think.
Yes, that's same as me. He's still on our lap today, does he, or is he he's finished?
No, he's finished. No, everything's finished. Right, I'll let you do a rundown of what I think, what we think is the supposed finished grid.
Supposedly.
Driver of the day
We'll see.
is T-Dug, apparently.
T-Dug, of course. There we are. There is our apparent winner. Thomas. Riding his horse all the way up to the top step of the podium. So we have P1, Thomas apparently, P2, Cookie,
apparently.
Magico, T-Dog, Nellis, Hazard, their dead man in the Mercedes. 7th wasn't bad for him. P8, Sky, P9, Windu, Tamal, to Trustpool, Jimmy Jags, BRD Calvin in 13th, Jed Blair in 14th. We have Simon Barsafan 15th, 16th, FML Stinky Pinky, 17th MNZ, 18th Bergen, 19th is Chat. So there we are.
Well, what?
Apparently they stopped. If you look at the racing director, they stopped like 4 times.
What do you mean?
Put like 4. Look at all the look at the tire sets. And the race director.
Oh shit! Yeah.
They stopped like 4 times.
Calvin stopped 5 times. So did Blair.
That's crazy.
And Simon.
4 times. Wow. That's a new record.
I don't know if that's actual.
Is that right?
True or I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, I say an eventful race.
An eventful first half of the race that we saw, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad qualifying was eventful.
Yep, it was good.
But I'm just having a quick look to see where we are next week. It is. Oh, so they just do they do it all in order? I feel it looks like round 3 is in Jeddah next week.
Oh, what a track!
No, it's not next week. Sorry, we're back. I think there's a break for the Christmas period, and we're back on the 5th of January.
Oh, that's
the next racing date. So I believe
I bring news of the real race results.
Did we get it wrong?
No, you got it exactly right.
Happy days.
I think what you guys saw was what happened.
What about the pit stops?
I have absolutely no idea.
I want to know how and why Hazard went medium hard, and still managed to come 6th.
In the real race, apparently he did 3 stops.
Still a lot.
Is that 3 stops that your game said he did?
Yeah, hard to medium to hard again.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, yeah, flawless. Couldn't have gone better.
Yeah, well, I'll just sign off quickly. So from me and from Ronan, obviously, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see, obviously, not next week, but on the 5th of January, when we resume with week 3 round Jeddah, infamous track. So expect more drama. If it was like this round Albert Park, and this is a street circuit, I hate to see what it's going to be like round that fucking street circuit. So until then, I'd say thank you from both of us, and obviously the league owner who's actually currently in the party with us, Joe, as well.
Yep,
so thanks for having us, Joe, and we'll see you again on the 5th.
Yeah, see you later, guys.
Thank you, everybody.